What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be talking about another movie today. We're going to be talking about a relatively new movie. We are going to be talking about the new Roadhouse that is on Prime Video right now. So if you guys have seen this movie, obviously let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments down below. But at the same time, if you guys seen the old one, I have seen the older one. It's just been a long time since I've seen it. I wanted to give this one a try. There was a lot of controversy behind this film. Is Jake Gyllenhaal going to do as good as Patrick Swayze? Is it going to be any as good as it was, or is it going to be this or that, right? So I want to say that I think this movie, for what it was for, I would say, a mix between I would say between all generations. That's the best way I could say it. I felt like I had a little bit of the older generation in here, the new generation, and my generation, the millennials. Because we got Jake Gyllenhaal in here, we got Conor McGregor, we got even Post Malone in here, which I think he did a decent job. So the entirety of this story. And we had my guy in here, JD Pardo, who did a good job being a biker punk in here. Because, again, I found it hilarious. But I'm going to give my take on all this. But the entirety of this movie is based around Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Elwood Dalton, who is a former UFC fighter. He got to the championship. He fought a friend of his and went overboard, and apparently, I'm assuming, killed him in the ring, and he went underground, just did not want to fight no more. Then, after everything had occurred, he pretty much stayed to himself. He was fighting in the underground, and everyone that saw him was like, hey, I'm not going to fight this guy, which is pretty much Post Malone's character when he sees him. And then we have this other character by the name of Charlie, who finds him, is like, hey, I'm interested in hiring someone from my bar down in Key West, Florida, because it's getting crazy. And what we find out is the reason why there's so many problems is because all the other areas are owned by someone who his dad went to jail. He owned pretty much all Key West, and then his son inherited everything. He's trying to tear that down so that way he can run things throughout there. So he gets all these different people to try to run Dalton off, and Dalton pretty much slowly starts becoming, again, the bouncer, and being a martial artist, he knows how to do this, do that, and he pretty much just handles all the issue, but he also kind of handles these other guys to kind of teach him when he does go. And it was kind of like, I was kind of hoping we would see not only that, but a little bit more of actually trying to get people out rather than, because he didn't really get people out more. It was more of the other guys doing that rather than what Jake Gyllenhaal did. Because the only time he really fought anyone was when he was going against J.D. Pardo's character, which, again, if you guys know who this guy is, he played Easy Reyes on Mayans, which was a great character. Seeing him back as a biker was pretty funny because I'm like, dude, he went easy a little bit in this role, which I found pretty hilarious. And he just kept giving Jake Gyllenhaal's character a lot of crap, and he pretty much was just a hired thug. And then you got Conor McGregor, who comes in here, and he is pretty much like a hitman, and I love this character, dude. I was laughing so hard through the entirety of this film seeing Conor McGregor, because the first time you see Conor McGregor, all you see is him, strutting out after he bangs some chick, and he's just butt naked, and he's just like, walking. I can't remember if that's his actual walk that he does when he's getting in the octagon ring. I can't remember, but it was funny because he was acting like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, I'm this, I'm that, then beats the crap out of some other guy, and then just takes the clothing of this person, and then just goes down to Key West and just is a hurricane, no pun intended. He literally was like the hurricane, like Hurricane Connor, to go into Florida Key West, which was absolutely hilarious. I think that him coming in here trying to act like he's the big dog, that's going to come in and take on Dalton and feel like, oh, I can just get him out of here, scare him, or beat the living hell out of him. And he doesn't do it because, again, he kind of holds back. The first fight he holds back because Dalton knows, hey, if I go over, then I'm going to go into a place I don't want to go, and I'm going to cross that line. And that's pretty much what happens is when he finally does cross that line, you see a whole other side of Dalton, like, okay, look, I'm done playing games. I'm done, giving crap to these people. I'm not going to play by the rules anymore. And I think that they did a good job. Again, I actually enjoyed this movie. I really did. There was a lot of comedy. There was a lot of decent action in here. I'm a big fan of martial arts. I think it was really cool to see Conor McGregor in here. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a great athlete. See him in here. I'm pretty sure he took a little bit of Jake Gyllenhaal under his wing to prepare for this role. Again, I think Conor did all his stunts, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I enjoyed seeing his character. I think Conor McGregor's character in here was probably one of my favorites alongside Dalton. Dalton was a very troublesome, dealing with a lot of PTSD, dealing with a lot of trauma, dealing with a lot of issues that they dealt with way back when. And he kept dealing with the issues, and finally, after striking a relationship with a local nurse and then trying to make amends for things he did. I think that, again, the movie, if you're a fan of the original, you may or may not enjoy it. If you're a fan of martial arts, you will probably enjoy this film. I would say if you enjoyed Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal, you're more than likely going to enjoy this film. I did love Southpaw. I thought that was a fantastic movie. I would definitely say if you're a fan of that film, you're more than likely going to enjoy this film. It's got a lot of action, drama, good acting. It's got a very not 80s feel to it. They do try to put a little bit of the 80s, I feel like, in there. I think that's when the last Roadhouse came out, if I'm not mistaken, so don't quote me on that, guys. I'm looking it up as of right now. Let me see here. Okay, Roadhouse 2 came out in 2000, and let me see here. Okay, yeah, it was 89 when it came out. Okay, so yeah, it was 89. It's just been a long time since I've seen the movie. But again, this is not a bad movie. It is really not a bad movie. I think that anyone that wants a different movie to watch, definitely check this out. It gives you something to watch. It gives you something to entertain yourself. Give it a shot, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. What do you guys think of this film? Was it a good film? Was it a bad film? Was it an okay film? Have you seen it? But either way, let me know your thoughts are about it down in the comments, and I'll see you as always on the next one.